Have you ever stubbornly resist a path that seems unclear or challenging? Maybe you thought it would only lead to the confusion and the struggle, but instead it's make you discover unexpected strength and deeper faith. Stick with me, because in the next 20 minutes we are going to share Pastor Joe's message, Trusting God's Way, through the spiritual perspective to help you to unlock your deeper faith and help you to clarify your direction and find a true purpose in life. Make sure you stay till the end, because we are going to share the common mistake most people are going to face when they are practicing the Bible's teach, practicing the things they are learning from the Bible. So, welcome to my channel. My name is PK John. This channel is mainly focused on sharing pastor's message, elders' message, prophet's message through the spiritual perspective view to help you unlock your faith and help you to clarify your direction and find the true purpose of your life. So let's get started. Today's message is Trusting God's Way. In Pastor Joe's message, they share a couple of things, and we're going to pick a couple of the points. The number one, the nature of God's path. In the point, Pastor Joe explained that God's path isn't always straightforward. Includes setbacks that are actually set up for future success. If you listen a lot of the pastor message, you always heard he mentioned about setback, about the future success. So let me ask you these questions. Have you ever faced a challenge that's later turned out to be a stepstone for your success, like your experience is getting you to help for your future's project or your future's challenge? I believe most of us have this kind of experience, because in the Bible we learn a lot of the knowledge, a lot of the stories, which like King Solomon, like David, like Daniel, like Abraham. Everybody have the failure experience, and everybody facing their challenge. So what is the real spiritual perspective we can see here? As we know, all the good things will attract more good things. All the positive you spread out to the world will receive more positive. So when the God show you the path, this is going to be your opportunity. And the way you are seeing this opportunity is going to be the key. Are you seeing this opportunity as a challenge? Then it's going to be the challenge for you. It's going to be help your growth. If you see this challenge as the trouble, as the very bad experience you are going to go over, you're going to struggle, you're going to have a hard time with it, then you're going to attract the bad thing. You're going to have more difficult experience from it. So, very simple. The challenge is going to help you growth, then you're going to see this in a positive way. You're going to have the more positive attitude, enthusiastic to overcome the obstacle. In other way, if you see this as a trouble, of course, the bad thing is going to make things worse. So this is the easy part. So nature of God's path is always an opportunity. In the center is the natural state. The way you are going to see is going to be determine the outcome in the process. It's going to be an easy outcome, or it's going to be a struggling outcome. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So the second one is encouraging trust in the adversity. This part encourage trust in God during tough time by illustrating how setback can propel us toward our destiny. So in the parts Pastor Joe is sharing about their experience, he is quoting the scripture to emphasize everything serves God's plan, include the seemingly negative experience. So when Pastor Joe, they are facing purchasing the building, they are facing the mother's cancer, they are facing his father passed away. Everything it seems setback for their life, daily activity. But eventually, this is a chance for them to grow, to pray harder, to getting closer to God. So for this kind of the experience, trusting in adversity is the key. In the spiritual perspective, trust is something you are going to be rely on your emotion. Because if you don't trust someone, your emotion is going to be very, very vague. It's going to be feel like you are in the cloud. You have no ground to stand to be very firm about your choice. So trust in adversity when the bad thing happens is the key to face the challenge. So the quick question come on here would be, when you found it difficult to trust God during the adversity, that is when the challenge, when the test come. As the David, he facing the Goliath, he have a lot of the adversity in God, because he spent a lot of the time during his shopping, his working time. He is using a lot of the practice time for his skill to protect the sheep. So he is getting closer to God with the emotion that's rely on God's preparation, which means he always prepare in a time to facing the challenge. He know it's a very dangerous job. You need to take care of sheep, to find the lost sheep. You need to protect from the lion, the danger. So you need a lot of the preparation. Also, you need to rely on supernatural power, and rely on God's very heavily, because you have no idea what will happen next. So every day you're prepared, just like David, you are going to face the unexpected things happen. So David, in the situation, he already prepared for it. So his emotion is attached with God's plan, God's preparation. So God prepared for the challenge, then he faced it. God prepared the danger for him to grow up, so he learned it. So we need to trust whatever things come out in a positive way. But in the meantime, we need to connect more closer to feel the feeling. Otherwise, if you don't feel this kind of the confidence, it's really hard for you to take what you learn on a past experience and accept the bigger challenge. Okay, so next point, Pastor Joe mentioned about in the biblical story, the illustration feeding of 5,000. Recount the miracle of feeding 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fishes as a setup for the next point. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever experienced a small act turning out into a big blessing? Like the miracle of the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes? This is incredible. Imagine when you have the little small stuff and God spread those food to 5,000 people. What kind of experience is that for the little kids? When a kid bring the lunch from his mom, and he give to Jesus, and Jesus used this blessing turn out into the lunch for everybody on the field. That is incredible, right? So watch your reaction, watch your emotion when you are facing toward to the challenge. You will never know what will that turn out. So let me share the little story. When I was serving in a church, I was leading the song, I was leading the worship, and the little things happen all the time. You have no idea what will happen during the worship. You will have no idea what you are facing during the prayer, during the time of the sermon. So the little challenge, every time I'm picking up the song, I'm picking up the guitar, and the little worship, there is the feeling that I feel. I connect to my emotion firmly with God, because I have the preparation every day to listen all kind of different worship songs. So when it's come to the worship, it's very easy for me to get firm emotion, to connect with the spirit, with the flow, with the song. So the little thing of a preparation give me the challenge all the time. I don't know what this song lyrics mean. I don't know how this song is going to sing. So I listen a lot of the song and I practice a lot. Then when the right time comes, the little preparation turn out into the big result. So when I stand on the stage, I lead the worship, everything is just like a flow. So this is just one of the little example, little preparation, little challenge, little thing turn out into the big blessing for other people. So let's move on. The next one is the transitioning from blessing to challenge. Pastor Joel described how Jesus introduced the disciple to live a place miracle to face a storm, symbolizing necessary transition in life. After the story of the 5,000 feeding 5,000 from the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, Jesus sent the disciple to cross the ocean, and they are facing storm. They are facing challenge. Why? After the blessing, then all of a sudden is a challenge. Have you ever asked this question? Like, difficult phase in life, it was actually the moving you to the new level of your destiny. This kind of feeling is very, very strange, because you feel God give you the place, and all suddenly it give you the challenge right after your emotion level is high. Because the way God's work, the way spiritual work is very dramatic. So let's put in a different way to see this. In a spiritual perspective, when the blessing comes, of course your emotion is going to be raised high. You'll say, oh God, you are doing the great miracle, feeding the 5,000 people. Your emotion, your energy is raising up with what you see. So all the disciples is so excitement. They are so exciting about God perform this big miracle. Of course, they got a share of the lunch from this miracle, and they experience the miracle. They see the result with leftover, or the bucket has filled. So right after that, Jesus sending across in the ocean and facing the storm. All of a sudden, their emotion drop. Why? Why do we have to face the storm? Why does my I got a parking ticket? Why did I run into the accident? Why did my kids get sick, and we have to spend a lot of money to see the doctor, get the medicine, all kind of treatment? Why all of a sudden those kind of trouble comes? Think about it. Because when trouble comes, when things happen, challenge comes, everything have its own purpose to benefit you. Benefit you for you to upgrade your mentality, upgrade you, for you to attract the blessing from God, so you can feel a little balance. Because in our daily life, our emotion going up and down, up and down. When we feel it's Friday, oh, we are happy. And then we feel Monday, oh, it's down. But in the spiritual side, we need to always keep our emotion, our energy very stable. Because when you go into high excitement, your emotion, your feeling, your energy, your mentality, everything is way up to the roof. And a little thing come, it will knock you back down right away. That's why Jesus wanted the disciple to feel the high and then feel the low. So they know how to adjust in the middle. Because when we are facing the challenge, when we are working toward to our business, when we are finding the new customer, when we are getting the things moving forward, we cannot feel excitement every single day, you know. Things is not going to work very smoothly. Things is going to up and down. So in the emotion side, in the spiritual side, we experience a high and we experience a low. The way to make it balance is very simple. With the full heart of gratitude, you feel the blessing, you thank God. You feel the down, you thank God. You appreciate what is going on. You apologize for your reality. And you feel sorry toward to the bad thing happen. You know, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. The 4 simple gratitude magic phrase will help you to adjust your emotion back to the stable level. Okay? Because this is really important. Spiritual perspective. We know we always need to attract the positive, but we always need to face the negative. But if we always exciting all the way, moving forward, up, going straight forward, but we didn't facing our reality. My financial still have issue. My bank balance still low. My business isn't going nowhere. How are you going to adjust this? You cannot say I go to a Sunday church and I receive a lot of the affirmation, a lot of blessing from God. Then I go to the work in the Monday, and all of a sudden everything going down, and it's, oh God, why is this and why is that, right? So we need to find something between in order to make it long-term process in stable way. So this is very important. Try to practice gratitude even you're low, and try to appreciate when the thing is going well. Make sure you keep eye on your emotion. Okay, so let's go to the last one. The last one, Pastor Joe mentioned about the real life application. Okay, related the biblical lesson to personal and professional setback the audience might be experiencing, encouraging a perspective shift from seeing obstacle and a hindrance to viewing them as opportunity. In this application, Pastor Joe wants us to see the thing in a different way. Issue, problem can be shifted. Whatever you think, whatever you act, whatever you expect, whatever will become the truth. You know, so Pastor Joe encourage us to facing the challenge by seeing that as an opportunity, by shift your mind a little bit. But with the tool we have in hand, we learn the Bible, we have the gratitude to God, we know the emotion, we know the energy or the spiritual perspective. This application is going to be much, much, much easy for you. We already shared about a storm. We already shared about God's miracle blessing. Now, it's the time to put into the real work. Next time when you're facing the excitement, everybody know how to do the gratitude in a good time. Understandable. But when the challenge comes, when the bad time comes, are you still able to do in a gratitude way? To thank you for your debt? Thank you for your low balance in the bank. You cannot pay up your bill. Can you be appreciated? Can you thankful for it? And can you accept the reality by apologizing? I'm sorry and please forgive me for what's going on right now. Take up your responsibility. So your responsibility will guide you to your next opportunity, your next lesson. Door after door will help you to gain this experience, will help you to go over this obstacle if you take action. Okay, so let's go to the common issue people are going to face when they are listen to the Pastor Joel's message and they are doing application, but they are still facing the challenge. Okay, so what is the common issue most people face when they are trying to implement the exercise of Bible's teach, Pastor Joel's teach? As usual, leave a comment below, share about the mistake you think. Maybe we are different, we can bring up for discussion in a comment. If we have the same issue, same view, then we can check if how are we going to face it. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so the common mistake, common issue most people is facing today What do you mean by that? Is their cognition. The information you know is against your belief, your cognition. Trust. It means the thing just you already know. Most people's common mistake, but is they are facing a challenge in opposite direction. The cognition the thing can also mean feel. It's not the supposed thing to be you learn. Why? Knowledge. Why? Information is spanned to a different angle, in a spiritual perspective, in a Bible perspective, in the pastor's teacher's perspective. You will realize if your cognition happen, if your knowledge is for your good, everything that's happened is a purpose to benefit, to gain experience for you to moving forward. Don't fall into this common mistake. Think you already know everything. No. The world is so big. The God's knowledge is so deep. The connection with God is so necessary. You don't know anything. In the area is very important. There is something I want to share here. As a human being, we have our knowledge in a different area. The thing we know. The thing we know, but we don't know. The thing we don't know, and we know. The thing we don't know, and we don't know. You never know what it's going to be. You don't know what is the potential of this challenge. You don't know a lot of the things in the world. So just a little bit of percentage we notice, we acknowledge, but there's almost 80% of the area we really don't know what's going on out there. We have no idea to the supernatural, to the spiritual, to a lot of area. Don't set yourself into the square. Open up, begin to learn. Learn. You'll find yourself grows along the obstacle, grows up along your experience, grows
So
up
cognition
along is a common mistake you are facing day by day. Okay? So make sure you avoid this common mistake. Try to expand. Okay? So in the last part of the video, we always love to share my dream. And we know dream is the way that we communicate ourselves from the conscious. Don't set yourself to the cognition square. Okay, so today's dream is very short. I'm dreaming about I'm inside of building. This building is feel like a train station, and up and down we are moving the stuff. It's like a underground train station, the subway, and then we have the stair going up and down, and people are moving stuff up and down. Okay, and on the ground there's a lot of the little stone, little gravel and other stuff. It's very hard to move up and down. And all of a sudden I saw there's a coworker showing up inside this dream. And why do I see this coworker? I don't know. But this coworker in the time I'm facing, he is very narrative. He is very very selfish. I can see this way. Okay, so I saw this person in the dream. And after that, I feel the whole thing becomes smooth up. We are moving stuff, it's getting more smoother. Okay, the dream is short, so let's get into the interpretation part. Train station. It's mean a transaction point. It symbolizes your life is going to a transaction stage. And the things moving up and down means I am trying to find a balance from inside and out. And I'm trying to find the mission and I'm trying to find a balance between the multiple mission. Okay, and the second part, we are moving the stuff. It symbolizes when we using the car, pushing car, it symbolizes the tool, the resource. That means I'm trying to using the way that I know to approach to my goal. Okay, so moving stop, approaching the goal, tools. Okay, the next one, the gravel stone on the ground. It means stone is an obstacle, challenge. The problem that's against you, and the current path is not smooth enough, so the potential pressure struggling from outside world, that's present the stone and gravel in the floor. And the next one, the selfish coworker. This might symbolize in the past I experienced some relationship encounter, and some of the negative memory and experience that's revealed into the dream. This might be a reminder, but the point is I already learned how to overcome it. That is how it is interpreted. The last part is everything from the trouble is getting to smooth moving out. This means when I overcome the problem, I will feel I feel more comfortable, the correct way to facing the challenge in the future. So is everything getting smooth in the dream? Okay, that's pretty much about the dream and interpretation. It's gonna be very interesting connection into my reality, because when I have this dream, it's already back to the December. Okay, and November, December, I'm learning, practicing, YouTubing, recording video, changing channel, all kind of stuff. A lot of the different area I'm trying to test out. Okay, so the dream already predict, already warn me that I am going to face a lot of the challenge, like a stone. It's not going to be smooth. But since I took a lot of class, I learned a lot of the knowledge. I have the tools like a pushing car. Okay, I'm going up and down, okay, moving the step, try to using the information, going over the obstacle. Okay, so that's why my YouTube channel has been experienced the transaction. I try the Chinese channel, then I turn to the English channel, then I turn back to the Chinese channel again. Now I'm turning back to English channel. You know, all different kind of transaction, just like a train station. It's help me to test out my tools by moving up and down to see which one gonna work. Okay, but when I successfully pushing the tool, the pushing car over the obstacle, I finally find the thing is getting smooth and smooth. That's why when the time I transaction back the YouTube channel back to the English, I begin to using the different to record, just like a broadcast. Okay, just like a conversational to share my perspective on a spiritual way. Okay, so that's pretty much about how they connect to my reality. Remember, the dream is the way your unconscious mind communicates with your conscious. Sometimes it can be your prediction. Sometimes can be your prophecy. Sometimes can be your future's expectation. So a lot of things you have no idea what's going on in the dream, but after the time you write down the notes, you find a way to interpret it. You find out, oh, it's connected to the reality so close. Very interesting, right? So if you learned something today, please click thumbs up and share to your friend if you feel the spiritual perspective of sharing message can help the people. And please share to the people to help this message to spread out so people can know more way to learn pastors teach, pastors message, and other elders teach it through the spiritual way to help them to unlock their faith and clear their mind, their direction to find the true purpose in life. Don't forget to click the subscribe button below if you love this type of message, help you to do learn more about the spiritual perspective on the personal growth. We will come back to you with the next message. My name is PK John.